Hello, everyone. We're back again, and we have Tay Ford, and she's also sold my sword. Okay, that
Mhm.
blue and gold. Okay, so Tay Ford is here today. Once again, we're here. My goal is to meet the need of the whole person. So, if you have children and nieces and nephews at this time, I would like you to just um, chime in. If you have any questions or concerns, you're always welcome to inbox her for more information. So, I'm going to let her go ahead and introduce herself. Go ahead, Miss Ford.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Thank you. Thank you so much for putting me on this on your platform. I'm excited for what you are doing. So I just wanted to shout you out and just say thank you for that. Because what
You're
I think
welcome.
you're doing amazing. So hi everybody. I am excited to meet you guys via via virtual and bring you guys some information about me and some things that I do. So my heart is a Village of Wings. A Village of Wings is a nonprofit organization based in the city of Metro or city of Detroit, but we focus on the Metro Detroit area. And what we focus on is uniting parents, youth, and the community. We believe that it not only takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a village to be a village to one another. So we host community events. We host events for fathers, events for mothers, as well as events for youth, and really impacting and building as far as self-esteem and awareness. So, and then our holiday season, we like to bring everybody together to support in the
Mhm.
community efforts.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, tell us, how did you get started?
Well, to be honest with you, it's actually because I had my son at 19. I was at Michigan State University and I had no idea. Like I had the support of my family, but I wanted to stay up at school. I wanted to finish my
Mhm.
degree and I had no idea how I was going to do it. And it was literally because of people in the community at Michigan State, my professors that became my village. And I had people that would reach out to me like, how did you do it? How did you accomplish? How did you do all these things when I came back home? And I said it was because of people that stepped in, that
Amen.
necessarily wasn't family, not necessarily, I didn't know where all the resources was, but people that poured into me, I wanted to be able to pour that energy back out to other people.
Wow, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. So once you came home, and
Mm.
you know, we want to give a shout out to your son. He's so sweet.
Yes.
He's a
Noah,
joy.
Noah, Noah.
Mm-hmm.
Noah the
Noah
kid.
has an awesome mother and grandmother and grandfather, a family of sorors and friends, and
Yes.
he has a whole community.
A
So
whole
that is
village.
truly a blessing. So tell us more about your village, your nonprofit organization.
Yes. So with a Village of Wings, we really focus on trying to connect people to resources that are already in the community. It's
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it can be overwhelming. Sometimes it's so many different resources when you type into Google or you're looking for it, you don't know where to go. So
Mm-hmm.
try to connect individuals to those resources um, without all the overwhelmness or feeling like they don't have enough information. Because there's so many people out here that's doing abundance of good things but
Mm-hmm.
people don't know about it. Or the information is so widespread, they don't know how to get and connected to those resources. So we try to step in and be that liaison.
Okay. So what are some types of things you have done so far?
Whew, okay, I'll be honest, y'all.
One that's dear to your heart.
The first year we like dived out there and we was like, we gonna do it all. We gonna cover the whole village. We did like 40 events in one year. I would not advise
Wow.
anybody to do that.
Where
But
your cape at? Where your cape?
um but some of the events that we have done, and I kind of want to start with the one we're doing right now. This would be our third annual one, which is Christmas with Wisdom. And a lot of
Mm.
times through the holiday season, a lot of people, not saying it gets missed, but some senior citizens get missed. We kind of forget about that population and the aging population, and we want to make sure that they know that they're not only loved but they're thought of. So some of the things that we have done, including Christmas with Wisdom, is that we create gift baskets and necessities for our elders. and especially through the holiday season, whether it's the necessities they need, blankets, or just time or cards made from children. It truly fills their heart, and they're a part of our village.
That
And
is
it's so important to connect not only our youth to our elders, but to bridge that gap. So that's one of the things we do. We connect and making sure that our elders through the holiday season have not only things they need, but also are gifted with love from the community.
Mhm.
Another thing we do is called Diary of a Mother. And Diary of a Mother is a safe zone for mothers. It's a platform that we do annually as well, where mothers can come and they can just have a safe place to talk about the journey of motherhood. And we
Mhm.
believe that it is a true journey and sisterhood through motherhood. Whether you're a grandmother, aunt, a godmother, whoever you are, it's a journey and a sisterhood through motherhood. So we provide that safe place. One of the other things we do is Real Fathers, Real Men, which allows dads to be recognized. We want to recognize Black fathers in the community. We want to not only recognize them, but we want to allow them to have that safe place too to connect. So we do video montages, we do interviews, and we just highlight the Black father, especially in our community. And then we have the Family Gala,
Mhm.
and the Family Gala, we're gonna figure out a different way this year to do it due to COVID. But the Family Gala is a date night for the family. It
Oh.
is a date night for the family. So I'm talking about grandma, cousins, aunt. They're able to come. We were able to come together and just have a date night where we dressed all up, and just able to just celebrate the true meaning and essence of family. So it's really about connection. It's really about building that village, and really uniting. And lastly, but not least, I want to talk about youth. So as
Okay.
we know, youth, our youth are being faced with so many different challenges right now, abundance of
Amen.
challenges. And but there are some leaders and some advocates in our youth that,
Mhm.
and their voice is so strong. So a Village of Wings really encourages that voice and them to utilize their voice and build in their self-esteem with that voice. So for our youth, we had Detroit Against Bullying, where it was a youth-led fashion show, but it was a youth-led fashion show about bullying, so anti-bullying, where youth actually were able, at the end of it, they went through a mentoring program, they went through fashion, all these things, but the main reason was to bring awareness and to know that their voice is strong and that bullying doesn't just happen in our schools or through social media, but it can happen at home. So we wanted to encourage and advocate for our youth so they can advocate for themselves too. Um, I know that's a lot. He's like, whoo, this is all over the place with the village,
That is so
but
good.
this is what it is. It's truly about all of us. It takes everybody to be a village,
Amen.
wherever you are. It truly takes everybody. And last but not least, with the youth, like I was saying, we also support young ladies through human trafficking. So at Vista Maria, there are an abundance of young women in a transitional home we work with called DeRoy. And we will go there and we will put on empowerment events. But the events was not for them to have to share their story again, but it was for them
Okay.
to actually know about their gifts and talents and actually show them off. Because so many times we think that what we've been through,
Mhm.
um or what the trials and tribulations we've been through sometimes holds us back. So our
Mhm.
organization wanted to connect with these young women to know that they have a village and that they are more than what they've been through. So we've done talent shows with them, we did vision boards with them, we had open mic night with them, and it's really just to empower them to know that they are worthy, that they are capable, and that their past don't define their future. So I know we are all over the place with the village, but at the end of the day, it all comes back to the fact that it takes a community to support one another in whatever space that you are. So that's pretty much it. I feel like I didn't like went on.
No, 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 no. You did very well. You did very well. Um, I agree it takes a village, just like you know, this relationships chronicles is based off being single,
Mhm.
okay, being married and being divorced. And like I said earlier, each one of us have a family. And so I want to bring in the people the that are making things happen
Mhm.
that can help our village, the children. So you share with us some outstanding things that you are doing and you're continually doing throughout the pandemic. Okay.
Mhm.
So my
I want
next
to touch
thing
on that
is
real quick if
that's
I
my
can.
dog. So
I
she
want
was here.
to,
That's
if I
what
can
happened. You
touch
know, you
on
have the
that.
children, you have pets. I'm
Hmm.
one of them with a dog. Her name is Passion Power.
Yes,
Her name is Passion Power Manica.
I love
So,
it.
my next question for you is how are you still able to do all of these things, even in the midst of
Mhm.
the pandemic?
Okay, so I want to kind of go back and then forward, if I
Okay,
may.
that's fine.
So I want to go back to what you said about family.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I want to talk about in regards to family is that we all have a family. So when I first became single again, one of the things was I was so concerned because I have my son, and I was like, I always wanted that family atmosphere. Like I thought I wanted mom, dad, I wanted that whole family in my
Mm-hmm.
mind of what a family looked like. And
Mm-hmm.
my son is always dropping gems, literally always
Mm-hmm.
dropping gems.
I love
He
him.
came always good. He came to me and he was like, Mom, we are a family.
Oh.
And I literally, like, it was like tears running out because in my heart, at some point I felt like I had failed because I was like, I wanted that atmosphere for him. I wanted what I saw on TV or what I saw and like when I was a
Mm-hmm.
little girl. And he's what made me do Family Gala and say it's the whole family.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because of him and knowing that rather it's mom and dad or dad and kid or it's the whole unit or whatever the case or it's just whoever your village is and whoever your family is, you define that. You define that. You don't have to go by size. So I want to just touch there because that reminded me of
That's
him.
powerful, though. A lot of people need to hear that. Everybody has their own perspective and definition on what family is, and that's yours. And you're
Hmm.
not alone. There's probably somebody else that's out here because we have viewers, we have people that are listening to us, and now they know, oh my God, I do
Hmm.
have my family. And the encouraging part I want to encourage people is, I can't help but say this, but as long as you continue to do your part and you seek the Lord, He knows the desires of your heart. And
Hmm.
in time, guess what's going to happen? Everything else going to be added to it. Whoever it may be, it's going to be added. So you keep following your passion, you're following it and you're doing it. You're
Come
making things
on.
happen. You making things happen. I want you to know it don't go unnoticed, you
I
know.
receive.
So keep doing what you're doing. The other thing is too, I don't know, let us know how we can support you. Like,
Hmm.
what do you need from the village for your support? Again, when the broadcast is over, you can tell us now, but when it's over, make sure you drop that information in the link.
Hmm.
Any information you have on your business, drop it in. So,
Okay.
I was going back to the piece where we've been talking about all the time. I talk about self-care.
Hmm.
So being single and a mom, how are you doing what you do? Because you shining. I'm just saying.
I
How do
receive it.
you
I
make it
receive it. I
happen?
think so. I'm gonna be transparent, super, super, super transparent. Um, in June of this year, I struggled. I struggled a lot. I struggled with depression. I struggled with suicidal ideation. Like I struggled because I just felt like I wasn't doing enough and that I
Mhm,
wasn't enough.
mhm,
And um, to be honest with you, I had no idea how I was going to move forward. And I had to really have a moment of like, okay, God, it's us. I'm listening. I'm listening to you. What do you need me to do? Because the place I am right now, I can't stay here.
mhm,
I can't stay here and me feeling as though that I wasn't even worthy of living was scary. It was truly scary. And what kept me going in this pandemic is two, maybe it's a lot, but I'm just say two, and one of them being my son. Like,
Mhm.
I didn't know how transparent and open of a relationship me and him had and could have, and
Mhm.
how it truly is the unconditional love and bond that you can build with your child. And I'm so thankful for that, because he did not know anything going on. But one
Mhm.
day he came to me and he said, "Mama, you're capable." And I was like, "What?"
Come on, son. Come through, son.
Like, that's it. That's all he said was, "Mom, you're capable." And I'm like, capable of like what? Because he knew nothing of what happened. None of
Mhm.
the things that I was going through. He knew none of it. And he
Mhm.
said, "Mom, you're capable." And at that moment, I was like, maybe I am. And that's all I needed in that moment, was to realize that maybe. So whoever listener, whoever, if you go through a season, as long as you can have that little amount that you say, "I think I can,
Mhm.
maybe I can," you
Mhm.
can. You
Mhm.
can truly do it. And I would say the second thing was really my family and my friends. I kept a lot of what I was going through to myself, and I
Mhm.
would not recommend that, because I thought I always had to wear this mask. I thought I always had to put on this front. Like, you got it going on, you got all these degrees. How are you not happy? How are you not satisfied with life? How
Mhm.
are you not in a good place? People have it way worse than you. So how are you in this place? And
Mhm.
my friends and my family that knew what I was going through afterwards didn't judge me for what I was going through. And I would say that's the village that you want, is they're going to not judge you when you're
Mhm.
in your lowest point, but they're going to
Mhm.
build you, and they're going to help to build you, not in the way they want to do it, which is so
Mhm.
important, because none of my friends or none of my family put it on like, "Oh, you got to do this at this time or this way, or you got to feel this way." A lot of times I would just get a text message of encouragement. I would get someone that would sit on the floor with me. I would get someone that would be like, "Let's just go for a ride." I would get
Mhm.
someone that would keep Noah for me. Like, it was
Mhm.
literally that village that I
Mhm.
created. And this wasn't all family. These were friends. And then it
Mhm.
was a lot of people that I isolated from during
Mhm.
when the pandemic first happened. I isolated. I got off social media. No one could truly find me. But when I
Mhm.
tell you, I had people that was just calling. If they couldn't reach me, they was calling other friends. And
Okay.
I had no idea. I had people calling me like, "Are you not answering such and such call right now?" I was like, "I don't know what this
Mhm.
is." I didn't want nobody to know that part of me. Like, I didn't want nobody, but besides the people that knew that I was going through this stuff and these trials and tribulations, I didn't want
Mhm.
nobody to know. So to be honest with you, it was literally my son, the love of people that loved me where I was, that helped me
Mhm.
to build back up. And then my favorite saying right now is, "But God."
But God, girl, don't get me started.
But God, okay? But God, because I really had a moment. I had a true moment of, I'm going to school to be a therapist. So how are you going to school to be a therapist and you struggling? Like, what? It's like, I was
It's
like,
okay. It's okay.
I had to accept that, and I had to realize that and embrace, this is a part of me, and this allows me to relate to who I need to relate to
That's
support in
right.
ways that I can support, because I know where they're coming from.
Mhm.
And it was a bug eye moment. It was a bug eye moment. And that's where I shifted, even though I still have a Village of Wings, but that's when I started to do Manifest 31, which was a mental health and wellness platform,
Mhm.
because I wanted people to realize that there are so many resources out here. And sometimes when sometimes people think about therapy, or they think about counseling, they think like, "Oh, it got to be something big." So they have to, like, you have to go through depression or these thoughts. Like, I didn't know. No,
Mhm.
it's not like that. It's a safe zone to connect with somebody. And I was able to realize, like, okay, I want to help people to know that they can connect to these resources. They can still manifest the things they want to achieve, and they can heal too. It was so much trauma that I wasn't healing from, but I was
Mhm.
putting under the rug and wearing this nice mask, like, "Hey, I'm gonna put this mask on. I'm gonna look good. I'm gonna go out there. But I was wearing this mask, and I wanted to take that mask off so people would see the real me, that I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. But the difference from the Tay that people knew a year ago and the Tay right at this exact moment, because if it was just even 6 months ago, 3 months ago, but the Tay right now is healing in a whole different way.
Okay.
A whole different way that is from truly the inside. But it took a lot to get there. So I wanted to create that to let people know. So if going back to, I know that was long, but to
No,
go
you're
back
okay.
to what you said as far as the pandemic and how I got through it by this, like the skin of my teeth, because
Okay.
of the capable of my son saying that you can, if you believe it, you can achieve it, you can get through this. By the love of my family and friends that loved me where I was, that encouraged me to become better and want to do better, but not forcing their own opinions on me. And then, but God, because he reminded me that I'm still worthy. I'm
Yeah.
still worthy of every blessing. I'm still worthy of every dream. I'm still worthy of every vision. I'm still worthy of every reality. I'm still worthy of all these things. And it's just because I made a couple mistakes or a few mistakes did not take me out. It
Come
didn't
on.
take me out. So how I'm getting through this pandemic, but God, I don't know. Like, but God, that's it. I don't know. That's it.
That is so powerful. That is so powerful because it goes back to, like you were saying, when people think of mental health, and I'm going to say it, especially in our community, it's like taboo. Something must be wrong with you. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You need, no. People need to say, you know what? Because you're going through something, I recommend you speaking to someone that's not me. I recommend that to anybody. I talk to people. I'm a counselor that have been to counseling. Okay, it's the best thing to life. Okay, we can't fix the people that we may have the problem with, but guess what? Through counseling, we get the tools, the information, and the knowledge to be able to love them like we're supposed to, and love ourselves. So, like you said, that healing hurt. I have to say it hurt
Oh,
people. Hurt people. They don't even realize the damage they doing. And then the other piece I see, and I love, that was powerful. Your son just spoke a word in season. Where he get that from? His mommy. His mommy. He got it from his mommy. He's been watching his mom just do what she do. And it's amazing. And I see this because I'm like, God, we wait for God to speak to us, but guess what? He used your son.
he did. He
One
did.
word. One word. That's all he had to say was one word. And you look like, what? What? Oh, you knew what it meant. See, that's the thing. He's not going to use something that you don't know. He came to you with something you knew. And it came from where your heart and your treasure is in Noah.
Yes.
Anybody else could have said it. And it might have had a different effect. But he used your heart, which is your son Noah. And that is so awesome within itself. A lot of people always discount children, but it says out of the mouth of babes, speak life. So you listen to your child, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy he recognized it and he noticed it. And I know he recognizes and sees the difference also.
Yes.
Um, Again, our village, everybody village is gonna look different. And I'm saying it again, everybody family, everybody village will look different. We have to be prayerful, and this I'm just saying this because it's just meant to be said. We need to be prayerful on the people that we have in our life, because guess what? It's gonna show. It's gonna show. You're gonna have people that's either gonna push you to the stars, or you're gonna
That's
just
true.
be dragging by the wagon, just be on the end of the wagon, just being drugged through the dirt. And then what you do is, from hanging around them kind of people and having those people in your spirit, you're gonna be dragging other people. But you chose a village that's just pushing you forward.
Mm-hmm.
And one piece of that village is Noah. Because everything you've sown into families, you're reaping them. You may not
Um,
see it, but you're reaping it. You know why? Because you sown to them, you sown into your child. What came out of his mouth was the fruits of your labor.
mm.
So he sowed right back into you. A lot of times we are sowing. We find ourselves sowing and sowing and sowing. It's times where we need to be poured into.
So true.
And so the Lord used your son, your angel, one of your many angels, to pick you up from a place that you didn't even think you would be able to come from. But I like your mindset. You was like, I am not about to stay here.
And
And
that's a
that,
hard choice. And it's hard. Whoever have ever been there or who's there right now, it's sometimes the hardest decision because so many things are telling you that, why should you? You're not worthy. No, like
mhm,
when you can, and it's not something that you just the mindset shift and I'm just good and I'm grooving. No,
mhm.
it takes daily affirmation. It takes having that circle, that village that continues to pour in with you. I still go to therapy. I still am a part of things that continues to fill me up because I
Yeah.
know that's important for me to maintain. It's
Mhm.
important for me to grow. It's important for me to evolve. And I was a person that was afraid of change. I'm the biggest risk taker. You want to jump out of a plane? I'm ready. You want to like jump in a car and pick a random destination? I'm ready. But
Okay.
you would be like, you about to change something on me that I have like got comfortable with. I'd be like, wait, wait. And my one of my good friends have used this analogy we talk about all the time, and I'm sure people have seen it before, but it was like it's God and he's holding a bigger teddy bear behind his back.
Oh yeah, I
He's
seen that.
asking the little girl to give him this teddy bear, and she's like, mm-mm, like this is mine. Like,
Mhm.
but God has something greater and God has something bigger. And that's what I went through over the season. I was like, but God, I don't want to give this stuff away. So I was holding on to stuff so hard and so tight that was breaking me down.
Mhm.
And once I released it, then that's when A Village of Wings started to start picking back up again. That's when Manifest 31 was established. That's when my photography started happening. Things started to happen when I let go of some stuff. And I didn't
Ooh, Lord.
realize what that meant. And that it was abundance of just so I know we're on the topic of family of children, but I want people to realize like there's so many things that you could be holding on to that's damaging your children, that's
Mhm.
damaging you, that's creating this conflict or tension or not being able to heal because you're holding on to something that you thought is the best option.
Come on,
And
Jesus.
that could be a range of things. That's and I want to talk about that can be from jobs, that can be from relationships, friendships, that can be from just past hurt that you haven't healed from. You're holding on to it because it's a comfort zone. But
Mhm.
when you actually let go of stuff, God truly can manifest your wildest dreams. And when I tell you my vision board, I was laughing with my friend the other day. We were talking about how we created this vision board
Mhm.
um and right before 2020 happened. I had all this stuff on it. In June, it felt like none of it happened. Like I felt like none of it happened. Like we created I mean my board was huge. I knew like one thing was gonna happen. But like none of it happened by the time June come. We was like 6 months into the year. Like something was supposed to be done. It's December. It's December when I tell you that majority of happened and it didn't start until probably like October. So for
Okay.
2 months towards the end of the year, my life just took off. But it only took off when I let go of what I was trying to hold on. So the
Mm.
vision I had, what I thought I had, wasn't clear to me.
Mhm.
It wasn't clear to me. But until I let
Mhm.
that blinder go, then all of a sudden I was like, oh, I can do that. I'm capable of that. I'm capable of that. I'm capable of that. But it took going through some things to get there. It took
Mhm.
so I kind of was scrolling on the bottom. It's never too late. I thought
Mhm.
I can't. What can I do? How can I finish 2020 strong? God said, with me,
Okay.
with me, you can. So, a Village of Wings and the nonprofit that I have, I really want to encourage people at the end of the day with Village of Wings just to know that we are all each other's village.
Mm-hmm.
Because at some point you'll need somebody, and it may even be a child, and we are
Mm-hmm.
even a child, even our elderly. We are all connected in some way, shape, or form. And just remembering that we have the opportunity to be a village to someone, and it doesn't have to be through money. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
have to be through sometimes even like time.
Mm-hmm.
But what it can be is just like literally when you walk past somebody, a smile.
Come on.
We walk past somebody acknowledging them. It's so many people in this world that go unacknowledged. And
Mm-hmm.
that goes from children all the way to our elderly that just go and not acknowledge. And
Mm-hmm.
as simple as just a smile or a wave
Mm-hmm.
means that you can impact somebody's village because you might be the only part of their village that they had that day.
Yes.
So I'm all over, but yeah, that's me.
No, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. And on that note, because I'm not going to hold you long, but you ended that very well. Very well. I don't need to go no further. But what I'm going to say is I'm going to read your tips. It says, never too late. Give yourself grace and you're worthy. So, to all my listeners, Tay's tips, keep them in the look in your heart and back of your head. Remember to embrace one another, especially in these times. Check on one another, encourage one another, send somebody a smile, a text. This is what I heard her say. Okay. Spend time with your family, keep sewing and loving on one another, and just continue to be great. Now, if you are stuck, because in this season we can get there. We can get there. Nobody is exempt from this. Okay. So if you find yourself stuck, you can reach out to me. I have a host of counselors. She's going to be our future counselor really soon. I look forward to celebrating that. Oh, that awesome day with her. And she's coming up next. Degree is loading. Okay. If you find yourself in a place where you cannot see no little sun, the light of day, please reach out to someone. You can inbox Tay. You can inbox myself, Dr. Fuqua. We had Dr. Wayman. We had Andre Ebron. And we have a host of people that are here. And Bellinger. Bellinger has the Better Men nonprofit. You can reach out to him. He's a counselor as well. We have a lot of people that are here to help to meet your need. And if we can't, we can refer you out and give you a recommendation. But I want to say again, thank you, Tay,
Oh,
for
wow.
being with me tonight. Keep shining, keep sharing your testimony. And I love the analogy with just letting go. Get it a little bear or whatever it is that you all are holding on to. Let it go. If God is telling you to let it go, if you feel like it's saying let go, let it go because He has something better. And that's for my families. That's for all those that's in relationships, not in relationships. Please take the time and spend some time in figuring out where you want to go. Sit back and spend some time with that and know that God has placed people here for a reason to help. And so we're here. And I am just so excited. You bless me. I want to say it so the world can hear it. You have been truly an inspiration and a blessing to me tonight. Okay.
No, thank you. I receive it and know that I am super excited for everything that you're doing. Just
Thank
continue
you.
to move in purpose.
Thank you. And tell Noah I love him. He's an amazing nephew.
I will.
All right. Thank you. We got to take a picture.
Okay, I'm ready. I got look. I got it together for you. I
Girl,
was like,
yes, we gotta move my banners because I need our picture. Okay. Get my camera out. Shout out to all my listeners and viewers. You are amazing. One, two, three. Yes. Thank you, Soul War. Keep
Thank you.
shining and I love you.
Love you too.
Everybody have an amazing day. I have another one lined up for you at 7 o'clock, y'all. Stay tuned. All right. Peace, my sister.
Bye.
Bye bye.